Yo, what's up gamers? So, I was wrist deep in the copy machine apocalypse in the break room. Toner was exploding like a bad special effect. Lights were blinking SOS, and that's when Gary from IT comes in. Scruffy, Ubisoft mercy killed the Prince of Persia and the Time Remake. That's when I pull out my phone and look at all the headlines. Cancelled, not delayed again. Now we're listening to feedback, just straight up axed after 6 years of teases, reboots, and coming soon lies. And do you want to know what Ubisoft said? They need more time and investment than what they could responsibly commit to. This doesn't mean they're stepping away from Prince of Persia. Sure, buddy. And that's when I knew I was not going to get this copy machine unjammed. But before Ubisoft ghosts another game we've been strung along on forever, smash like if this one stings, subscribe for more janitor grade gaming news, and comment down below, when did you know this remake was doomed? Day 1 announcement, the endless delays, that redesign image that killed the magic. Grab them up and let's unclog the latest Ubisoft catastrophe. Alright, here's the scoop. Ubisoft has officially cancelled Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time Remake. The project announced back in 2020 that's been delayed so long it basically turned to its own time travel experiment. It was supposed to launch in 2021, got roasted for its visuals, delayed, reworked, shifted between studios, and most recently Ubisoft swore it was still on track for a 2026 release. Now, it's officially done. Now for a brief history. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time wasn't just a hit, it changed how action-adventure games work. When it dropped in 2003, it did things most games just weren't doing yet. Wall running, smooth acrobatics, platforming that actually felt good instead of terrifying. In this game you played as this cocky prince who accidentally unleashes the Sand of Time and turns an entire kingdom into monsters. Oops. But the real magic in this game was the Dagger of Time. You miss a jump, rewind, fall into spikes, rewind. It gave you an undo button in a genre that normally said, too bad, start over. Combine that with clever level design, the prince narrating his own story and breaking the fourth wall, and a surprisingly solid plot. And yeah, people fell in love with it. It sold millions, it influenced a ton of modern games, and for a lot of players, it wasn't just good, it was formative. So when Ubisoft promised a full modern remake, the hype wasn't nostalgia talking, it was earned. The cracks showed almost immediately. When Ubisoft revealed the remake in 2020, fans weren't subtle, the visuals got hit hard. Ubisoft delayed the game, then delayed it again, and by 2022, they basically hit the reset button. The original team in Mumbai was taken off the project, and Ubisoft Montreal, the studio behind the 2003 classic, stepped in to try and save it. And then, nothing. No gameplay, no updates, no real communication. Just the same vague, it's progressing energy for years. Then late 2025 rolls around, Ubisoft teases the 2026 release window, and for a second, people let themselves believe again. That didn't last long. On January 21st, 2026, during a massive company shakeup, layoffs, studio closures, and multiple cancellations, the Sands of Time remake quietly disappeared. 6 years of development, 2 different studios, a full reboot, and still not close enough to make the finish line. And this is where the timing starts to matter. Just weeks before this cancellation, Ubisoft finalized a big restructuring deal with Tencent. More investment, more oversight, and a very clear message. Fewer projects, tighter focus, and games that actually make predictable money. And suddenly a single-player remake of a 2003 platformer starts looking risky. I guess because there's no live service here, no battle pass, no seasonal roadmap, no way to keep monetizing it for years after launch. The Sands of Time remake probably wasn't failing because it was broken, it was probably failing because it didn't fit the new math. Ubisoft never said the Tencent deal caused this, they don't need to. Anytime a company tightens a belt, the first things to go aren't the broken projects, they're the passion projects that don't scale with time. Well, I've swept up the news, mopped up the excuses, and that Prince of Persia remake is officially gone. As for this copy machine, still jammed. Just like Ubisoft's development pipeline, same blinking error, same vague instructions, same promise that this time it'll work if you wait long enough. But now I gotta bounce. I'm gonna unplug this thing, put an out of order sign on the franchise, and walk away before someone tells me it just needs more time and investment. But before I go, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. What Ubisoft remake or game do you think is next to get cancelled? This is Scruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.